is the person that this allegiance disqualification apply to. The easiest way I would get me to say and say, so far your constitution, 1992 constitution now idea a friend dual citizenship grano, allowed. Says oh ya Ghana ni na uko abrochire na uko fast citizenship of another country automatically no na you give citizenship feel
okay
ye mawu ye dual citizen cra
okay
1996 year na ye be amend the constitution allow a restriction is ultimate ye dual citizen no ekra fee ho.
Oh, okay.
It's not possible say you be address it 94 you true for dual citizens when at the time I trust and language not dual citizenship na kasa no puno allowed and now to the
Matuwase but indeed what is the way forward because they say in the case of MP Nidia no court of appeal court of appeal and
the way forward and it's because this is not the first time we are having this problem. We are having war.
Sir. Because yeah, Obia Kokan to say Adamusa candidate say Adentina. So time they raise that issue, but that is Obia won't follow this catch because Adamusa candidate say eba ye nyina ye kan so say law no shada anya fair.
Yeah, you raise that issue, but not just Adamusa candidate. It even goes further back than that. Because I say 2006, President Kufuor tried to appoint Bob Bakudu from New Jersey, Kwesi Prempeh. And just CDD Kwesi Prempeh, another Kwesi Prempeh. He tried to appoint them boy as a deputy regional minister of Ashanti region. Because of this particular problem, Parliament money withdraw nomination. There were other people who President Kufuor wanted to appoint. One of them was Dan Ajimai, California lawyer Bakudi. Since then, and Kufuor assistant Baku Ankama, we started
Ankama
figure out a way to actually amend the constitution to remove that restriction because we felt that restriction was not being properly applied. Na applicable to natural born Ghanaians. And it wasn't a problem because at that time, not natural born Ghanaian or yet qualified because unya citizenship of another country, Ghana citizenship nephew. But when you allowed natural born Ghanaians to have the citizenship of another country, now you cannot be punishing a natural born Ghanaian for doing something that the law allows.
Okay. And Mami to us just say nipa na ya Ghana ni na ya wo no baby a ya de ma no ne Ghana ni no. So otu kwan na bia abrabo ana school nti okwaji obi citizenship wa. So osan ba na chi a enisi ya je ne Ghana ni na wo ye ni free ni merely because otu kwan akwaji obi citizenship.
Yeah, first, no, they're not stand on over yet.
Okay.
And 1996, we fought and they changed that law. Into no, Ghana citizenship means you all. What they want to do, they say, law via not apply to Ghana for citizens or natural born Ghanaians. They want to by force apply that law to you to say that the obi citizen and you ultimate MP, ultimate and from a party, ultimate and your chief fire officer. Ultimate and land commission member, ultimate public service commission, ultimate electoral commission, ultimate Supreme Court judge. There are about 40 things. If you read Article 94(2)(a) the way they are reading it, there are about 40 things that ultimate. Then you ask yourself, what is the point of being a citizen if you cannot belong to the legislature, you cannot belong to the executive, you cannot belong to the highest court of the country. You cannot belong to any of the commissions, the constitutional commissions, like the electoral commission, like the land commission. You can't be a chief fire officer. You can't be a special
even chief fire officer,
chief fire officer, special prosecutor, ambassador of any of the 193 countries in the world. What then is the point of being a citizen of Ghana? Any of these things. there's no difference between you and an alien. The only thing is, but what they treat you worse than even a criminal. Obia Sebi or a criminal, you don't impose these types of restrictions on the person. Or say to me who say, Probia Niwa, one natural born citizens, Obia Yawoga, Seb Yakobu, one poor to send your Ghana, ya Petria, ya Nipa Yawom, or ya Petria Mose, ya poor. Argentina, Argentina, natural born person, one woman, ya wunu promote, or no what the same right as you know. Who to make us say, oh dear, what to acquire citizens of another country, and therefore we are going to make all these restrictions against you. The second thing is law Nankasano, they only apply it selectively. Okay, there were cases via Rollins, not Rollins, Bilson versus Rollins.
Bilson versus Rollins.
Okay, Bilson versus Rollins. Rollins said in court, you're British subject. And in 1949, through the British Nationality Act, obey a UK citizen. Then Ghana, passed the first Nationality Act in 1957, and also the Ghanaian citizen. Into a citizen of Ghana and UK, the guy said, okay, just merely because Ukra two citizenship, hypothetically, and because that was not even the biggest issue in that particular case, because one more sue Rollins, they were coming from his father's angle. And then Rollins himself made that declaration, say, or a citizen of both United Kingdom and Ghana. Everybody can go and read Bilson versus Rollins. Judge Nika said, hypothetically, even if that is the case, it doesn't mean he has allegiance to a country other than Ghana. Because that judge, he read allegiance properly. The allegiance in question, a natural allegiance, not local allegiance and any of those type of things that people are interpreting it to be.
Prof, I mean, no, because I don't know the outcome of same way say court of appeal, whether or not a best son bibia, or whether even before I know be court of appeal, Parliament. It's a new one. No crowd. So I'm amending on my gazette. Me boy.
My gazette. Yes, I knew bill idea. It has nothing to do with what is going on now in Wayne as seen. It is something that it's a process that we started
long ago,
as far back as 2006.
Okay, but I don't know. So I'm
Gazette state. Okay. We are not even looking at what is going on now.
Okay.
We are saying were Ghanaian citizens, about 4 million in the diaspora. We want to communicate to them, we want them. They shouldn't feel like we don't want them. We want them, and we go to them to try to issue them a diaspora bond. Yes, hey, we better a diaspora bond. No, we are patriotic. Into your diaspora bond, but the more person you come have it and you're patriotic enough. Then I accept Corona Casano, you're doing too much of economics. How can we benefit economically from these people, even though we don't really feel like they belong here, because we don't want them to do all these things?
Okay.
A crowd doing Sano, it is not proper, because you have to want your people, you have to make your people feel like you treat them equally. But to treat them so when it comes to diaspora bond here, you pemusika, but apart that then you are causing more problems than you are solving.
You, Prof, Mammy, no, I say, you may any in Chechuma, dear Mayeno. Yamompa, Yan said, Rebecca, but Yanni, Abacani, and I Ghana for the Betty, because they said, and some no cosono. As I'm on your 70, okay. here we has a Ghana for Wabrochenia Quine, more so take part or Ghana and Koso ni Nimuno. No bidding in the near Cocosi NDC MP. So Jayan was some cry any year can say was a unia or the Sikabe Fie.
This is not NDC, that is MP. This is yeah Ghana for Yenipa. Again, Yenipa. That's what the problem is.
Okay. Problem, I know I say you Yo, Professor Sari, Florida State University or Chadi or Honum, or you'll be able to me can safely say constitutional law activist. I don't know who be on Ranima pa no the cock Supreme Court say interpretation bebe more and common man. Which of my baby just you may ena uti live okay 101.7 FM ya bebon common said by ye be can plain what ya say sa and come away boy and fa NDC MP no or asen north na asem no ho woman dey the court of appeal fear ho ye adwene Ghana for said the prof can about 4 million Ghanaians na wa brochire now no yayera kenoforata so wo kwako raise diaspora bond answer na kenoforata beba kwa na president Kufuor aye se Ghana for na mumre fie homecoming oh Ghana for foreign remittances near dey buy yesi adan yesi hotel say o Ghana fine Ghana for wa broche na akobo bra na omo discanaba e na omo ba besie na omo ye ni nyina o si assemblyman kra won tumi nye regional minister kra won tumi ni party chairman kra won tumi ni. The question is it fair that we raise ajiwo bond ajiwo misika. But the answer in nim dia akosua de John Hopkins. Now no the first facial transplant omo ye John Hopkins. Ghana ni ba ko ni yakoda. Ko ni pa ka ho no omo ye first facial transplant. Na onipa also amra Ghana me free healthcare. Na obedi MP anaso obedi assemblyman dia. Oso ma nye. Na ya de ne epe. Enso Ghana form kuta Ghana passport na ewia Ghana sika no. Wom na edi. Perifono atnase e wo studio anum say ya opening kase ye Yera Charles amodate ene anopeni anu ma ni di dente sa amodate Yera Charles amodate ye private legal practitioner sanso na Yera akosi ewua abebio ye director Diaspora affairs e office of the president ho na omo target aban pese onya sa bond no asika ba na injecting to Ghana economy instead say ye be kwa kobo besia opepepepepe no omo studio nti mra no nti bibia se amentra Facebook ni atem mentra YouTube ni atem. You don't understand the law. Do not expose your ignorance there. Busa question. Lawyer or have free legal service. Na on chero emrano emu. And very for mom good evening ni akwa baba okay FM studio. Yeah, but good evening. Yeah. Council make sure say influence so asana okay mama nko opani was opani wa mo na mo per mo statistics Ghana for say na wa kwantu mu abrochire. De mo kan bro say diaspora no.
Ohe ma me dase. Em say mefa wa kwenya ya de amaye so ada mwase se mo amaye etimi babe cheche no mam kakra
yes you da se mo ba
sa nkomo ye
enim se munim ho ada je de
enim se diaspora asem no asem hia kese fa ye nyina ye ho because ye me angaza meti amenso me ka ho bi
awutu fi abroche no aba
sumi fi abroche no maba makotra ho no mabobra no bia for over 30 years. Sir, Nana US and Europe. I'm a consultant. They were Europe. I was shuffling between the Scandinavian countries and the UK. And
open what discuss Scandinavia discuss ho.
My Bobra be or I wouldn't swap them. I
want not do Kafra. We need your coy there.
Oh, Miss so any day. And to say they are Buffy. Now, but
opposition, the director of Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, and also a breach of the law, Diana. And no, they will hear citizenship to hold up office.
There be way there. I'm some presidential staffers there. And come
on. And Kahona can be cited.
My family ready, Kakra. And so, Entina, you be Ginaso still I've shared diaspora 7 diaspora for no. We will say, Omona am a constituent. To almost say, Momo advocacy, no, you're born the room. I'm saying, somehow, Dick, I be sabbing also there.
Na me busa se pe mo nkonta no Ghana for do say na wa brochire akwantum
I'm say we bisa no in the context of diaspora nti ansa na me ensa no me ma me nka bibi kakra bi empempi no Ghana sesia no se ye ka se diaspora ya na ye ka ekuo be miensa bi categories nti ya na my numbers na say na san ma baso
okay
so fa no say Ghana fo a ye te Ghana ai asori akwa brochire e na wo kan diaspora e na na che say your numbers bia ye betimi dey go
okay
na fe so fa no say Ghana fo a kotra ma no ne omuma na omu awagu ho any third generation they are very fair to as third generation and I say the nth generation na just amount numbers na akoye bibia
ampa Matias
na fe so uka diaspora now hwe no in the context of historical African diaspora which is omo a year of return ye ka so omo mrafie na omo so na chese ene akọ bibis foforo nti but me sure say contest na wo be no e Ghana for na sebe ye
omo fru ma she Ghana ha no
chire no kakra se ye ko pe bibia ana so omo guso ti hodom no sa numbers no na wo hwehwe rough estimate ne kakra ye nim no UN data no any very very so they no di agra any na che say Ghana for America for be 400,000
400,000 American kwa okay
na UK so about 300,000
okay
and no chi no pe Ghana
but open tobo na metro ni nyina into US ya 400,000
yes
UK ya 300,000
yes
na me ka say nkofo kra wo US che UK o because US all the states in an 400,000 no without minus omo mana omo ko wo omo ye okay okay
ti ya na omo de me inform enka
and then
and na fin so baby to say ya na nkrofo pi nim say ka say Ghana for wa ma no ne Nigeria do so che ni Nigeria ye 1 million
Ghana for Nigeria ye 1 million
yes Ghana for what Nigeria go 1 million roughly nti so far say 1 million na just say US ni Germany US ni UK 300 and 400 and
700 enru Nigeria na Germany ni ade o maami o
Germany ye be 49,000 and Holland and Italy no these are the places
but 49,000 including Italy ni Holland
debi
Germany kwa
Germany ni
okay
Germany figure ni say Holland figure and Italy figure and almost about 39
49 okay
yes now so there's a new community of diaspora I started building up in Middle East akoye or they say India ni China ni those Far East we are building kakra into far Nigeria now far the West African coast now again you are talking about a number of people who are spread across the west coast of Africa baby to say Senegal ni Guinea ni
Gabon ni ade
Gabon no ni inti ye wo domino doso so roughly
but we need total figure
na make us roughly no there kata em say be 3 million there
3 million
so figure no be 3 million
okay
and I did there
I see
if you take that constituency na say a switch constituency there
okay acho me call lawyer but do you have any ideas Ghana for we sika omde ba omeyimo afibia per the latest figure no
and any remittances remittances for social and other obligations na ya near the bano and no na ya na bibia no on the average 2 billion for the year but on the increase it was moving from 2 billion and say na hit 3 billion
okay
there's
I see
quite a lot coming
okay
share that figure of remittances quite a huge figure compared with the donor support and they compared with some of the investment in order to get something from gold
okay
and also to get something from cocoa so there's such a big potential out there that has to be mined
okay
that has to be assessed that has to be nurtured and
afena Matias ye de ntia na era kenofurata kasa ombe diaspora bond because Ghana for no doso sika nso wo mo nsem bebre no mo pe ba bia invest
and target is 3 billion
because even beyond
if one will be targeted
okay.
Then you are looking at something very very significant
okay council mami mra so na me musa the law for ade we mra no sa Ghana for wa broche what the law is one
okay
as of now say
okay edi kan no me da wasipi se wo manya sa akwanya se eneso me metra okay FM na me ne adwoa AFIA POKUAA ye metwetwe enkomo
yeah that's council
de nyame ase me hia watiefo nyina ya omutie edi kan no me pese first of all, before I may move into law, me person me create picture be. Ama enipa tiasie why ntia law no here amendment.
Okay.
E was say you change no.
Okay. Nti council also support say emra no aye dada.
E was yes no. Right now no near that.
When me can go ne me ko sa.
What the law is, not what the law ought to be.
Okay.
It's what the law is.
Okay.
Now.
Okay.
Okay. But ye ko ye nim no se be Ghana nyina no aban bi bia talks about economic development. In terms of sustainable economic development, yepe progress, yepe se poverty ohia Ghana womu no yepe se ye free ho. Ena obi anso nim se ansana betimi yi ohia e free ho no so no. Ade bi wo ha ye fe the human capital. Ade bi wo ye fe enipa. Ena ye di yi ohia no free enipa ho. Na ansana betimi yi ohia na free enipa ho no. Ade a wohia eye skills. Se obesua nwoma na obenya nimdie. 1. The tosumienu se wasua nwoma wie no obeya adwuma na wanya experience. Wanya exposure. Wanya knowledge. Enti Ghana for we a omo Ghana ha no omo wie secondary school omo ko university omo wie ya no. Ye kwala brem ne friend komso. Komso. They say, oh, tre letters, cost schools, Ivy Leagues in the US, UK, Oxford, they can no. Say beya ubenya admission na odia there, odia call.
Okay.
And most of the movements na a move free Ghana has say no more friendly say amount for kosuya adie no. No mo nyina call ekosuya adie.
Okay.
And what two kwanya what free Ghana what kwabroach I'm creating a picture. Yes, alright, I cut development. Now you prevent and conform with knowledge, skills, talent. You're more innovative ideas are all about boy ma. You prevent them from coming, and I make church room. It's what to call America. Who do America not go to taxi? O prepare hospitals. Who jare mrewa? What you say? Oh yeah, living. Oh yeah, maybe what we masters for Ghana, what we first degree for Ghana, and son how course. No man, oh yeah, no. Wani nyi ho enti wadwiri nyina ne se ubebe fie ana opa kwanya bi na de asua nwoma honso ansana benya sa kwanya no so no gise wo ye citizen ana okuta green card ansana sa benefits no osa ikabi enti on say citizen dan kasa no it comes with responsibility and benefits bia a bundle of responsibilities and benefits bia opese wunya every sa on minor wakotremu no sene beya ubenya wonkrata sene beya ubenya FAFSA sene beya ubenya loan now they are called Harvard they are called Yale they are called Carnegie Mellon they are called John Hopkins fi se Ghana for no mutu kwa free Ghana ko bia Ghana ni bia menu aba onmunyansa ho opeso akwa knowledge but the ultimate goal is say me akwa knowledge ni we I'm going home to help build my country sir enti now they are memory fit no akwa citizen. Well, yes, it is in Wien. Well, we school. Oh, we school. No, so no. Well, yeah, Juma. Oh, yeah, Juma. Well, your friend is a John Hopkins Hospital. Oh, yeah, Juma. Our Wall Street. Well, yeah, Juma. Our Oxford area, Cambridge area, or Kokoko Korea. Or yeah, Juma. One the top-notch businesses, Samsung and yeah, Juma. A bit of the Ford companies, yeah, Juma. A bit of Heinz and yeah, Juma.
Yeah, a bit Google. Now say credit Google. Yes. Canada, Japan, but so I'm off Google.
Yes.
Ghana, you.
Uko a year, your friend is Silicon Valley or California. Ghana for Guwa, omuye into technology, omuye into innovations, you know. Master, the Port Authority, New York, the head is a Ghanaian.
Sir,
what you say?
Port Authority, New York.
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Buduya, ECG bossy, he was in charge of electricity in New York.
Voila. Enti most of the Ghanaians no mak suang ma ho no mo ye finance in the can no e binum so ye more Palmolive e binum ye more GlaxoSmithKline e binum ye more Merck e binum ye more Pfizer na yet Ghana ha ye pen crofo mo di bobu Pfizer ye fence vaccines to fight the COVID but these brains na am free Ghana no ye wo mo net Ghana na Prof, Ekase, omo naturally born Ghanaians, no.
Sir.
Yeah, omo move, migrating because of they want to go and seek educational pasture. Oh no, omo control, omo be your school, omo to omo your citizens. Fine.
And so what? The question is, and so what? What you say? Everyone you do away now or this exposure. Yes, sorry, take Ghana has said, you have the best practices. Some they are living with the best practices. Omupa Ghana ha, yes, yeah, my own yedumabia, ya listed 10 gramo, ewo mremu. Na ye prevent ye the taboo restrictions up to yenia ye Ghana for so. The question we say, what sin no oma committee say ombe tu kwan akosua so ombe tu kwan akoye juma. No mu pese omu ba omu memu no be help to develop the country. Yes, there be. Lawyers look at Professor Sari. Me know what the Charles Awasante. He's a top-notch accountant in Connecticut.
Yo.
Obunna they want to come down and support. Nelson ya the tabuna to almost. Now yet here, yes, they want to go Ghana beyond aid.
Eh?
Yeah, here skills. Yet here, yes, value addition. Yeah, one marketers and strategies. Omu US omu help companies to develop products. Omu go to new product development. Omu unati ho. Now in 2010, almost omu discuss back Ghana. 2010. Almost $2 billion remittances.
Ghana for what broche kwa 2010.
Ghana for broche kwa 2010. 2 billion remittances. Ebe rua Ghana ha. 2015. Almost $5 billion.
Next says Ghana kwa bro.
US dollars. 2015 US dollars.
Okay.
Remittances.
Okay. And
2017 $5 billion.
2017
5 billion US dollars. 2019 and about 4 billion because of the COVID. And the shutdown or the disruption of the global supply chain.
Okay.
And the movement of people and goods and services was restricted because you shut it down borders and from you to play and to Kobebia or Posonia Mama. And now your first land to Mamba. And the movement was restricted. And until the money bar formed to 4 billion. However, research says, Sasikaya ya di befiero. It means double domestic income. So of a household and for Mami Foa or more Buru Hafu region or more Aguna Asante or more Jamasi or more Buno, a Biwa Ahafu, a Biwa Bunu East, a Biwa Savannah. All the 16 countries, 16 regions, no. Obia Fia Biabu Obiwa Ho. And now, who Hosuna, who ya Jumaso, I am also now. And no pada receive phone calls. Yes, we yari say this yari ni this ikaba. And in effect, in effect, a poor government.
Yeah.
And this body is what a bar. Omu bansua they invest. When I was me US and I'm a consultancy work, a little consultancy work in Korea. Me mates and the vice president of Sony of Samsung. Me no they wanted to bring 20,000 computers
to Ghana
just because me or my classmate makoka Ghana who asem what you say actually woman every Ghanaian no wa bochre bia no odamo no auto the brand of Ghana.
That's true
because Ghana is the person's domicile. China fruma.
Okay, council chair no mo say ka say nipa no Ghana na any domicile e
say domicile is different from citizenship.
Okay.
The domicile say and ya no and ya twena fruma.
Okay.
And na hotel for boaseto ewo. And so if you are American citizen crana, ubeko ni fie do ka fufuo.
Ampa.
Or American citizen but his domicile in Ghana. Ubeko ni fie do ka twi. Ubeko ho no yes Ghana ni bia wu. Na o mo fra yituma. No mo ko Coons Pavilion. Coons Pavilion. What you say? Ewo your first 125th Street. What I said, omu bokete. Ubeko yesi asante hini in New York asante hini. Ubeko yesi ibefo hini. Ubeko yesi hini. Yeah, you group yourself into tribal unions. Yeah, you just sikase ye di ko ye krom akoboa for development. Even though they are citizens, but omu dreaming omu mind. Now interestingly, no. Most of them say I'm got to aba, I'm got to aba, I'm abrochi, I'm to aba, I'm metubi, I'm to aba, I'm metubi, I'm metubi impedi, I'm metubi ni leader. Ewo Ghana ha. Na so otimi to aba dia, identity na yentimi vote for that person.
Yeah, exactly.
Otimi to aba. We are part of the decision making process. Identity na only we can make decision for that person to lead us. Now let me give you a few examples. in the United States, the famous US, I want to be like America, and will be able to studio and America. America, what they care about, and they say we are naturally born American.
Yeah, wo kromo assassin so.
O mama no papa ye chimu wo John Hopkins University, and now University of Pennsylvania Hospital. Ya chimu awu ho. You can be a president. So what's America over 14 years plus? What reside in America over 14 years plus? It doesn't matter whether you are a dual citizen or triple citizen or citizen. Once you are naturally born there, no, because omunim say who you domicile there. Omunim say the allegiance now one is to America.
Okay, can't remember what later know about the difference between obi nationality, any allegiance, any loyalty, because and no about man so kuta we passport there and then I say oh come ha. But the whole kinds of say is also domicile.
Let me do attention. Onu say uko a year schedule 2. Who say was second schedule in the constitution. Who said was the first schedule oath of allegiance.
Yeah, oath of allegiance, yeah.
So obi wa hado your president why is the person swearing oath of allegiance?
Okay.
What you say?
Okay.
So most dual citizens or allegiance is to another country. Obi or your Ghana president or your swear ni no. Ya onkuta citizen bia. Adentina mo swear no. Mo man swear oath of allegiance.
Okay.
The vice president takes oath of allegiance. Judiciary takes oath of allegiance. Council of State members, they take oath of allegiance.
Identity, because some are Ghana for that.
Yes, why they taking oath of allegiance? That's what we are dual citizens. That's what Bahadia. One can the person take the oath of allegiance and lead us if the person have the knowledge, the skills, the talent, and the person is able to, your friends, support us economically.
Okay.
I mean, I've been
coming, huh? Microphone.
Can I quickly add to what he said? And I said, okay. Adia Bakwa, and also me finding a rather contradictory on our part as a country. And they say, Ubifi America basis here, assuming so ya want Ghana. When you feel baby naba, Nesi or Maya Ghanaian. Do you know it's a part of the ceremony in front of a high court judge?
Yes.
He is made to swear oath of allegiance.
Yes.
Now, after that, that person becomes a dual citizen. Effectively,
Yes.
I'm an American, and now I'm a Ghana, I'm a bad Ghana, I'm a citizenship. I'm a must swear oath of allegiance.
In front of a high court judge.
In front of a high court judge. That person becomes a dual
citizenship.
Now, that same person, now a dual citizen, a failure, you're best subjected to the test of allegiance.
What swear we? Okay, opening Mate, under dual citizenship law, no. Exactly. Says all American, say be African Americans, your mobile panafest near the. That's what person done again in Ukraine. You just have to swear an oath of allegiance in front of a high court judge.
That person now wants to become somebody. Now for your question allegiance. When he has sworn in front of a court judge.
Okay.
And that for me. It's
double standard.
Okay. Into penny what's na approach our bar one kasa. Would you well experiencing difficulties? Council swat na approach on the one naturalize it but who say open what's now 30 years. Open usika ni na unya.
Tell me 10 years.
Tell 10 years.
Tell me 10 years.
Open ya baby usika na unya odi abaga na na wo.
One kind of go for
because me pase you hear say na Ghana for bar mo be ye adwuma ha. Bi a baby adwuma ketewa bi wa be si udan wa ha wo ko ye nyina 30 ye nyina wa be fie
na figures na ye ka no crepa e wo ne say ye ka say remit 2 billion 5 billion no man no credit wo ne say no and san calculate and I say en fa near your side share bottom de buy no ampa
enu ye de afa Western Union
half of the time me basic cash would me
handle
when I'm there basic cash me yesika ketwa a woman say yes they say rules in nature say you can't carry 10,000 do I make it sure 10,000 neck crowd now there bano and yesika ketwa so indeed the number of people that could go year back be 3 times because we your project now we carry sikale dey break indeed well over the figure that 5 billion yes it is very huge
Japan baby also support say brass so yes emra no ana
I quite peace so I say I'm say yes me support na office na near Tihokwa POKUAA me buy na money ne kasa no. POKUAA and the chairman of my legal committee.
Okay.
Charged with that responsibility of looking at that law and suggesting the needed amendment na yeshushe no.
Anti-president okra at the moment committee
yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
I've sat in front of the president, I've introduced Kweku to him. He's aware of the team. You're transing so no president advise you kwanya be faso. I betimi decide you.
Me are very interested in that. Just say the president is interested in amending law. No say the bear. Sa the lawyer for because evil way betimi akio.
Public speeches be
okay, that's very good.
To that, say
that's
yes,
very good.
He's basically waiting for us to come up. But what throw the ball into
technocrats.
Let's see how we can do it, how we can bring the forces together, how we can, importantly, not backward, how we can win that public, debate and opinion.
Okay.
So as a constitutional change is not something baby and our office saying also to me the weight of the society. In the biane akwenya odi amaye. Say ya be cancer no near chechemu na nkrofo say you carry the country with you. Na obi ehun say say ni ampa mfaso ewo mu ne nti eno abi ne.
Nti arabe rechemu de ne botaya president nti wo pese moye public discussion and advocacy said about Ghana for Betty as any no. Is it because Ghana for more boy or see the more buy into national discourse and idea nebo to president a charge office in some say
unim say or they say to say udi can lawyer di can ya wambra no position wo hodada indeed the position of the law no not you can't question it. The position of the law person changing is what you want to do.
Yes.
So and non who afutuo no de mind or jitum se mrani ni I was here respected I was here this so and no yes I my support so say mrano mo pesa mo sesana kwan a was mo faso ni and who afutuo and odo de amaye and teacher say we know what we are trying to do. This is they are presenting a official to the Attorney General's department already in the past. Part of the strategy, the bigger strategy, and say yes, submitted this thing through the private. It was as far back as when he was the Speaker of Parliament.
Professor Michael
POKUAA, yes. Indeed, we have been. Two and amount na say na be dum pembezo bi atese na was a normal be dead na be open debate nti akwan bia so no I was support na I was here church and grofo mu na manfo nso ti ase so that we carry people with us
opani wedi kan ka mema lawyer bembo opani wedi kan ka say was some church and grofo dia pa na mo pese Ghana for ti ase say de ba omunyina be pene so na ya amendment dia ne hawa ese Ghana for ti ase
me come the answer now
I can't say lawyer abaso
say e kwan bi so no so ti say ne lawyer kan ne ye nyina ye ka sisi ya no so wo se me ye Ghana ni ana say me ye Ghana ni na wo gitum say me ye Ghana ni na e kwan bi aso no wo se ye gitum say nyina ye boa me ya chechire kura e kuro na ye chechire no ehia say me de me nsam yenu nyina na ye adwuma no eni so chechire me nsa ba ko etomechi na wo se ye mpega ade kuro na ye pega no emodu ehia ye nyina ya ho den wachechire me nsa ba ko tabachi nimdie ne no ma wakosua nyina o pese bia odi nimdie no ba yesi bia da bi o de wontimi nya vice chancellor so even say o de o yemfa ne say wo ba wo ye police ni wo ye soldier ni wo di soldier ni mu no wo ye captain obi an question oye major obi an question no edusi say afi de okoye colonel a yes hey de afi de ye question wo allegiance o for faith so some of these things are ridiculous media mi angasa mi gidie kakra minim say ewo mu pa ne say the framers of your constitution no as at the time na omo ye no na butai no man kitingiti bi wo omo ani so no guide omo misleading them in some ways and now is the opportunity for us to address that. So on that first part, now Kofopi, akodi dia brochira, and now you be of your feel said they cool ni normal chira dissident ne normal. Yeah, bia me ya be politics a kwan bi so je ko won ko tra ho no kwan be so ne ye bi so ye befa ne yetimi restrict omo. So the normal getting sa no may have, I'm not saying say we know for certain, but these are obvious in the say nkrofo bi o ho no ma na we see your mom e dey ejina nche.
Okay.
Emre na so Say I jiranche no. Ye film na fe obia beboa. After all, the democracy no, see wo gidie wo mu pa na yete ase a, ene enim se woni akọ no fi America na buy, no fi not mampon. Na fe de okotena America na fe de obuy. Na fe de oso oba be stand there. E was a kroma for no, omutimi hu se nipa we, okan ya ho waba. Obi zu te hada dada. Ye betimi decide for ourselves. Ye betimi vote, abi ye hu se we ni pen na se.
We ni pen, okay. Enti council ma memra so na hwe emra nim no asetes say opani say o ma ye advice bi dia akoma attorney general e de ne sa wo how na amendment propose say be sesa no no
eno na onim say ye friend mischief
ha
mischief say ye amendment bia that means be do ho a enya
achia e pese atene no
ye the amendment no e ba betre no so the mischief no e na ye ka ho asem say kire ensa gu yachi e pese we be ye say enso mo pom sika na enso mo pese omba be ye positions bi wa ha public positions but me nua ba onim say when you did constitutional law ye ka kire wo say the constitution is like a living organism.
It grows. It's capable of growth.
Capable of growth. It was spirit and then the letter. And when you are doing an interpretation, you say the law is there. Lord, and you're static. Oh, Lord, and you're static. And also very dynamic. Depending on maybe a EGYASO globalization, something like a village. And there's movement of people here and there. And nunti mean kase. Me Ghana no be ko waro be from Burundi. No be ko waro be wa ha say ni say no be ko ware o so no because of Burundi law nti o ware we are the person na be compulsory no be Burundi ni and at the same time so say Ghana ni. Me wa that person na okuta do as the ni maame ne papa o ma din fie 86 88 o mo te Ghana ha. Enti o da on na tambia na dwene e wo fie tambia na dwene wo fie. Enti o do o person hurry up ntem na oba Ghana ha. Na obede dia musi de bi yempene eno mu se because the law na yehunu sa no the constitution yehunu sa no it is all about good governance, it is all about development, it is all about rule of law if you are interpreting the constitution enunti no enam se constitution no etimi nyini se nipa nti no e wo se yemre bia echichire yan M1 yan my development as slow down as stifle sustainable development no samra no e wo se ye sanimu ne makwan na Ghana form ye nindifo omo tititi abrochire they want to come home and better legislature na omo be boa ma ye mra omo be so mo be join executive no be boa ma country ni move on. Yes, sorry, I say best practice. Yes, sorry, I offer best practice, baby. Let me tell you what the best practice is. Nigeria, who are dual citizen, let's say you war, who betimia your president. Germany, who could a dual citizen, you can be a president. Somalia, yeah.
Germany, who could Ghana in now Germany,
who bet me a president. France, who could a dual citizen, who bet me a president. Azerbaijan, who could a dual citizen, who bet me a president. Great Britain. Who bet me a president who could dual citizen, and Armenia who bet me a president so you dual citizen, Australia Austria who bet me a president so could dual citizen, and even the Israel
Almighty Israel
places yes allegiance here power because enche na Palestinian for ahuriba no omo kro say who naturally born na who could dual citizen. You can be a president.
I see.
Yes, sorry, I see. We want the best practice. You pay the best breed. Yeah, they be can UK. Omuni do omochi. Yes, we can America and America for you say. And Moshe say ukuta do us this now. You can be a president once. You go for mutie you be a bit more free Ghana hakoye because
I say UK Ghana for be one more parliament.
Political history. Yeah. Yes. Poka used to cool by into that mean free penakunu and will free her echo or citizen. Now the person wants to come home and help build because young woman why you ready to help build. We see prima and is it fair? Is it fair? Until right now the Lord on Americano say that we could do accidents want to say. Yeah, yes sir, we are shooting ourselves what you say if you want to go beyond aid. So o pese o add value addition. O pese o transform the economy from gorgeous bed economy to value addition economy. O here minds are innovative. Ghana for ne wa hana lo no kwano yentimi nye den yetimi nye by ourselves ye nuanom wa brochire ye nuanom ye ready ye nuanom di sika befie sika omo de befie so what a man for should see ni say enye just the quantum of money omo de befie 5 billion 4 billion 2 billion no but the trickle down effect the multiplier effect what the bar na so be factory ha unim nipa obehan omo ohan nipa tu kura no a sa nipa tu na ohan omo what the sika gomboto mu omo families are on be hwe omo ma wo what you say and that social vices are armed robbery me ko huru obi me ko rape obi me ko do me ko tutubotom ne nyina no se manfo be factories omo do sika be factories e ha say ya and ko form nam streets omo ton don't change nyina no they will be absorbed yes omo ye absorbed na social vice esonte ye
eso bete
na so ate entima obi ntina ho hwe mrade ye bebe ya dru no ewiase move most of us digitalization yes so yes you move from the physical in person into the cyberspace ya bibia ya internet bibia ya ICT and they can whereas we have a lot of ICT people ya omonti Germany omonti US UK and all over the world they are in the diaspora. Okay. Yeah, they want to come home. Now, if you do return, a year of return, inviting a man for say mumbra Ghana, mumma boya mine to anamompa. Now, one kasa with diasporans are they want to come home. What is your monster a guomochi? A bassa or mania or you don't because you look as if say we don't know what we are doing.
Good. But cancel home so na me ko uni abema ba ko na membra woni me sa baby osu nyina bucha for jaso na utie live on okay 101.7 FM and ye ka dual citizenship any versus holding public offices say onipa no betimi a dual according to law president for a time or pass ye wo betimi a Ghana ni ayo ma foforo so ni na nipa no be holding public office assemblyman say party executive ni ade ese de bia ndi so ye Ghana ni miwa nipa no so akoda ni America ni ana UK ni no ni fruma ehye Ghana ha lawyer atwumbai ma ewo ahomane so da pacho anwumre mi ma good evening ni akwaba yo abusiafo no ye de yo council mama nje won so adwen che on law no say law no ebra so say yesesa na and if that is the case the any the law from because mischief the na yem from so law no a esese yetene no
Afia me that minimum panel so ho nyimre but nchen koma wo nyimre
unua date ono so ye lawyer ni na me sa baby office of the president diaspora affairs
yeah okay and Shankuma that Mr. Abreu
no mu nyina jo
yeah and I think the argument you any there I'm very happy the way our lawyers yeah argue around it but no so try to say it is time that we look at it don't say something can be good tomorrow yesterday but it may not be good today so just yeah there might be a reason why in TB as Amra no woman say Mr. But yaba ya nimu na badu ba and near true name a baby answer said be fracture but I'm queer I can give say do you feel it and I said baby answer you better than taka krana Mr. Majala and Sakran argument and my colleague in area and baby and many kakasi and say I mean inviting diaspora to come home now at some point if they come home some of them want to settle down na bibi ni na obviously complete and the other country say because you hold another nationality you are not qualified to join that queue na so we am na ba na na but AFIA the person do when the answer say article no ka kase ni bi I mean that article 94 too no I say hona mansion abaka 2A no me cry the media argument that come be raise you how cry na say AFIA yes, if somebody shall not qualify to be a member of parliament. So that's it. Now, the question is, at what point does somebody become a member of parliament? Yeah.
Okay, at what? So, when we don't be a member of parliament. Until then, on your member of parliament.
Well, we need the national elections in every year. I'm not a member.
No. Also, on your member, you are only a mere candidate.
So another from 8 December to 7 January 2020, whatever year now you're here. That is your 2 members of parliament.
Okay, okay, that's what okay.
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 Then what it simply means is that between 8 December we are going to say we're winning. A question is having from now about to an in. Who's already the rest and the system number of parliament.
Okay.
And maybe the difference is if you're able to have one of the conscious people okay, I'm following the group and example. Now, Obi or a member of parliament. Okay, I think there's another Okuboy, my good friend Okuboy, and this is taking over. So at the time of the election, there are none of the defeats there. At the time where let's say the new NDC can president in 2020 by say 8 December. Then it means that between that time to 7 January now, I swear in. Me or 2 members.
Okay, Matilda say, the answer will be wrong because it's only when you are sworn in.
Thank you. So if it is when you are sworn in here, then another question also comes in and says, yeah, for the present case, for example, the time the member was sworn in, was he holding another citizenship?
Okay.
The answer is no.
Okay.
Because his response to his, organization around 26th of November, so if I'm right. It would mean that even on the day of election, no one crack another country's nationality.
Okay.
So why then do we argue to that point? Because stress to say, we're dual nationality, which in this case wasn't the case. I practice immigration law.
Okay.
In this case, I'm not here. But and no that you have to do and then discuss it in and I think that it's important that we look at the law again. I'm very happy or very glad that the Supreme Court will give us a proper interpretation to that 94 today.
Okay.
You know what it really stands for. Is it at the time of election? See, an election now, you're a member of parliament. And that's what I ask you. Because we have another example here. What kind of 2013? Honorable candidate Japan was sacked from parliament because at the time I asked you members in now when you are.
Canada Japan.
Why not?
Honorable Canada Japan, okay.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't recall, Mom dear.
Okay. When you were parliament at that time, I think it was 2013. We are more all right because there's going to go in now. I'm not going to at some point in time. They didn't allow him to say, almost there be sworn in, so he should work out. If you're working out to a point that I think after the session or so, that he was sworn in later, like on one other sworn in before he became a member. And I agree with the argument because you're sure in, I want your member. You're sure man in, I want your president. But you are sworn in. So that's here. And this idea, then it means that from 7 December to 7 January of each election year, you were 2 presidents. Meanwhile, you only need 1 by law. And then see, a member here say, you better sample them, but near proper interpretation to that 94 and every other law.
Okay.
Again, the argument has to say, may Britain be a Canadian, and the abandoned now, Udia could never mammy, a Bianam, the between British and Ghana, and Shanama could see Ghana for British for the never not my power Ghana, India. In this very on this very argument, let me share the opinion of my colleague who was speaking before the member of the Obia where British and Ghanaian as it were, or what your friend say. Nema many of my family Ghana, if you have money again, never again, my mammy go to that. Me and my father was the not the what can I say, Abia, by virtue of Abia Malfire, another citizen, you know. Me track and my legends, the other could be or my for a never for Ghana. I doubt it.
A best or or Mama Ghana.
Exactly. I doubt it. A brother minor, if you are a majority, they come to mechanical battle. May we again and you can have an office now by come to this English come before.
Open your back Ghana, bro, for Ghana,
bro, for them. I mean, we are proud and cherish our country that we come from. And you know, if the animal way to see you and your political system and even your governance and what they are, I think that it is time for us to look at it again.
Okay.
Now, on the Ayapoyano, I don't want to come the by. And they Honorable, the president,
question.
Honorable question, the answer. So that's it. Say, well, I know they are part of appeal at the Court of Appeal and they are going also to the Supreme Court for interpretation in that day. But Mommy and Chairman in young president. So that's it. Mommy and Chairman in young president.
Okay.
I think it is time for us to find a lasting solution to this whole issue.
The good thing is a council said Mr. Baby Okrache and the president Nankasa asset office of diaspora affairs. Ama or the mandate crime almost tia bejoko. Now we share a futu the beba said about to me amend the law. No. That was even long before question case impo. Inti Mr. Baby Okrawa no catches a committee in Professor Sari and Edano. Inti even the president no being a senior most lawyer and him so no akra who say sa adiano emrebia hajeni. Inti yensano. Inti I don't know who did say Supreme Court na mo kono ebeye de committee in the person omoye which is to perpetually amend the law ebeboa to bring Ghana for the brochure the Ghana or the obi abebem no. Do you think Moko Supreme Court and Moko Court of Appeal ebeboa more than ebe train amendment na?
No, if you am there Court of Appeal there, it is just to either I mean they are going there to either quash the decision of the High Court and then I mean overrule anything that they have said. But when it comes to the constitutional interpretations in the the Court of Appeal don't have the mandate to do that. The Supreme Court who has that power to tell us what the parliamentarians meant when they said that in the Constitution.
Okay.
What we can say, you cannot be qualified to be a member of Parliament. No, the member of Parliament in Parliament.
Now, in the judgment of the judge, no one chrim.
What do you mean? One only have one with my brother. He can't do that.
Oh, okay.
No, it is not in its jurisdiction.
Okay.
A ban in the constitutional issue as a court to the Supreme Court. They have to without the same difficulty to do that. And, High Court judge could not have interpreted the law at this level. No, I disagree. And I don't think he did that. But there's no way you could have done that.
Okay.
Anytime a High Court judge is sitting on a matter which comes out constitutional issue, the best thing is that if you have issue with that, take it to the appropriate place, the Supreme Court, for interpretation.
Okay.
And come back and then you continue. That's why you can sometimes stay the proceedings.
Okay, council yen train Supreme Court time obeko ne yen hwe de ebeko akosie but said they can constitutional interpretation issue na ebeko ehonoma ombechim but the po enwumre no we are also looking beyond question beyond Adamu Sakandi. Yeah, chese Ghana for wa Mr. Baby oba na o chese Ghana for Nigeria cry e be 1 million. Mr. Baby odi o. Eno ya de omunimo. 2 million po ho.
2 million.
Kan so nya sa data no eh.
Oh, you remember of Nigeria number.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
2 million rather.
Exactly, 2 million. Me remember of Nigeria number also, so I know it very well.
Hey.
Documented Ghanaian in Nigeria.
I know you're documented in Po.
I got 7 million documented in Ghana. Nigerians in Ghana.
Nigerians in Ghana, yes, 7 million.
Documented ones, no.
Hey, open. Wow. Nigeria for Ghana, yes, 7 million. Ghana for Nigeria, yes, 2 million.
Yeah.
Documented.
I mean, you and I know that one of the other no. The non-documented ones, the women
who documented numpo. Wow. Into open, do you agree with the opening abebione council no munyina ka say a bread do a was a Ghana for a train yanum sika omudifia broche ba including lawyer what ya broche na sika na odi befie the other mama make the editor BP draw the editor way the amudi besi dan the other show near be school fees near the a brass say sesa beyond politics no politics in the end forget it. Best samra na ma Ghana for nim di o makonya ne at omode beba be she Ghana public service ene Ghana o manim oje anutum
AFIA I think I agree because don't say any in one way or the other they konya nim di o president ebo what you ya ba ye sabi party nim di na ekunya they be boy man and I say they boy man one way or the other it is I heard you making reference to some Ghanaians who are members of parliament in the House of Commons in the UK what you if it is right for us to have Ghanaians to be mounting such offices in the United Kingdom, I don't think it is out of place to have some also in Ghana.
Okay. You. Council mame na wase pa de en wan say Ghana for no mo abroche bi a Senate any ade mi ko hu Ghana ni bi one of the German federal state nti Bundestag in the various states na ye de ne jinchia na we de Ghana ni o ne oba Ghana ni ye ni interview na ni ba na so oba ye assemblyman na ye party chairman say ye ma anya because we abroche ni odi ni sika na ba de say aje o Obesi hospital omo de tumi kwaje hospital ni ema no omo de libraries no omo boa ne ade ne aje enra Ghana ni bi of friend me Ghana ni a US Army was serving in the military for about 30 years or be retirement this year or the books or the books ba Ghana about every quarter be or the books you see libraries or some Esrem Savannah North or or see women against hunger or project or mati fund any send ma mi DCC ya foundation omo de aye afuo ama emma na wo srem a omo na mo fertilizer oye we nyina no oba na so obedi ayi party chairman kwa constituency yes ya mani ni so obedi as party chairman na devote ni kano so amusi ni nyina aka no per the interpretation no Council mame na wase nyume me da se bebre yo council ni church nsemu said we nyina apply we nyina part of public education and Ghana mrantie ma bawa montra social media ni atem this is the law enya atenie tie mra no tie opani ababi onuma futuo ni omonyansa say o man pani excellence na nadan kokufo do tin kran no jubilee no ono kra dwene ho so da ye say ade we wo say amende into no the diaspora relations baaye na wote wana wudi atem social media because you don't understand na just wo kra waira entity ensem no yansa nto aso wo studio na ne mpanifo yi ento aso lawyer date ene mesa wa abebio obani yansa mra enkomo no ne hwe say obani ade na in the long term going forward mo pese ya achieve na membra lawyer so mesa bebio me membra oso biom long term
ya pese esie enene se be ya Ghana ni oye Ghanaian wa adopt another citizenship obefia obetimi akase oye Ghana ni mapaso ama obia end out no enkase ndi wakoji bibi dia ele untimi nyese lawyer di kan ya no cheche mu akwantuo mu nsensem no nam so aye nya bibi de befie no ewo mu pii obi wo ho no mu a dan keke na mortgage nti waje citizenship no obi wo ho no mu a sa citizenship no oje mortgage na bia oje wie ya wo tua no wa betra no so nimina so ka say bia waje the citizenship no ma na ewo implications. I don't think say bia ye be pese oni akro no ka so wo befie nti na ni steady stream of income any investment awaye wo ho no ye pese ebe hwe no nti enye bibia ahoya no was here mebem near Cassa media meti ha and I wouldn't crofo PD go say I na ye den na mo de amokoye sa na bi no mo kan na nti ofo se che
na ho so nyamre o munim e ho so nyamre sa o
to de bi asem kan bi on mo kakra na ye so say I said near no mo net ya ne mu ye den na akoye enye se mu ye den na obi koye ese otifa kwa otiwa de so tu ka say tu batare ya kosi ye ko na ye refi enchi akọ ama ye kai odwene nyuma kesi a obetimi abobodin a wokroma sei eye obiti se Ashesi University ni otu kwan o de buy
any university no
ye man kura ye kuro ya yetimu akwantuo ne de abre ye tete kwahye na otu kwan okotam gold okotam
koko no
ene
ono ko diaspora ni meboa
look ufa you or de se usu no ne nkrofo a ko buy ya ne oye yenya benefit ya Ashesi University focus just say they are endless finance minister na eheva no konya nimde ehun ze wo se oba no be put in so much na nti akwantuo no eho mfaso ekwan so a obanfo ko tena ho no ma omo fa so e de tena ho enya bibi de ba no eno ye omo asem nti oba hwie na afi wo ka se wo pese enu nti na me so wo ma no enya bibi wo hwie ha se ya na je se em se yi kakra ahoya no ya doso ache se ni hesi ehwehwe no nti kakra o long term no ebetimi abane ne ti se ne ye hwehwe se emra no ebetimi asesa ama afedi ye nka se wo waba adwuma we se
and the ultimate adwuma we say there untimi there says I you know ye ifi hodom near harness the full potential of the diaspora. The young gasa omu na emra me ye ne fiefo na te ha no omu de omu ne bibia anaso omu ne nimtie bia. We are complementing each other. Ye babe boa ama ye nyina yetimi aye ne se ne hwehwe no. Nti the network ni the material things ni access to capital ni normal de ba no. Something that we should welcome and welcome the individual and their citizenship and their nationality no should not be in any doubt say only akro no. I feel there I'm say this loyalty thing is overblown and over misplaced completely because seriously speaking it's a country you are not even a now can say mrebi ba na say mrebe
now my way secret papa be mpo na obetimi a charge obi espionage ye China na ye Russia na ye US ye why papa ye sovereignty no loyalty ye ko bo besia
let somebody even give us one single example of the obi of diaspora bias here na allegiance when this was very very critical it was doubtful.
Okay,
you can't even get a single ABR to support Sahar stand now famous of as at that time omo feel say na ne kwanso so mbedi sa nti me feel say emre na so ti say ne lawyer iso no so frɛ kan no emre na so se bibi na ye correct na sa amre no na ye feel say etisa e was ye de sa se say de yakoye nim ya hu bibia examples your my bebre a country like Egypt Israel a whole nation are constantly at war no. They can afford to make Netanyahu a prime minister.
Okay.
Who is a US citizen?
Is a US citizen.
A US citizen.
Netanyahu, no, a US citizen.
A US citizen. He is.
Up to now.
Yes. Now look.
I see.
UK. Obeka say nimdia for ho. Omo ankasa abrofri o de nimdia any omo positions bi a ewie titiri pa obeka say omo be won krofo a ebetimi aye ni nyina edu so say omo pe obi to say governor of the Bank of England Bank of a year say you know omo ko fa hwan omo ko fa Canadian citizen any ko fa no ma obey say because of nim there ono kura timi ba be ye position we say timi ba be ye say adwuma we ya etete hanom na wo nyame adomo na wo sebe nkrofo bi wo ho country o mo timi akonya no ma bi o de beba o ba na o ti ho mo kase we there there bi me o sorry jado nti me ngwa na mtimi yes I don't think that it shows is that you person you tap the serious potential. It doesn't at all.
Me body my argument but it's a Ghana for no mkuta Ghana passport to pay our more allegiance exclusively to Ghana no over the years. Because all the talk of corruption and no pay and a judgment debt Ghana for kro ya ya pretend this ya pepe ya nim chenya me some pass ye we are the ones raping, robbing and killing this country. If you are near son who are to say any yama.
If you have made a whole crowd there, not Ukraine because of where we find ourselves. Say no, I had to say we be say new moon a Korea ne be discuss and mu exactly unity. Ya na me pese me party pala pumpem because e bia
Unsashe na num.
Ndi ben ko hono kan but no Ukraine say there is so much advantage to be gained from nkrofo na ye pese omonso babebo ala there should be no ayibia to restrict what they are capable of doing. That
okay. Okay. Yes. Council, my member on here and also in the law amendments na mu propose no. Minim say no na da wanim na.
Pacho ai.
Enu ni ha. Dey na mo pese mu change in the proposal no.
Oh just say 94-2A na.
94-2A.
So we can hold public offense a position no.
Nti na just nipa no betimi ask MP obetimi aye we betimi
MP obetimi ambassador obetimi aye bibia e pese yi ni nyina free ho. Na ma Ghana for mo amanone no akwanya. Senya Ghana ni bia ote ha e wo sa akwanya no. Sa akwanya no bi nyina no. Wo say omunya. I don't know I can say, but when you say UK, the former secretary, foreign secretary, who say a top-notch position,
foreign secretary position, no,
top-notch. And the Boris Johnson, who say a US citizen,
Boris Johnson, yes. As I say, on the Prime Minister.
Yes, US citizen.
Were you a citizen?
Yes.
Until at the time, I know a foreign secretary.
No, US citizen.
Boris Johnson.
It's right here, yes.
I see.
But one idea
was our Turkish background.
Yes. Idea was say you did two your name ni say development no they hear ye the skills and the knowledge experience any exposure and the was ye tap into say sad skill way e be boa ye emra ye wo mu ya na would say busa because I was a busa Ghana for nya no mo mutie nyina ni say adan na duru world cup dia na coach na pe amanfo ekofo obi afi Germany say omo bo ma Ghana do citizen by omo ma ye president omo ma Ghana na obama and na ye boy say na ye age
Kevin Boateng
yes obasa opeso hold public position yes you know untimi but obama yen so what must have no na the sole aim of every diasporan your outside ni say or no ni fulfillment ni say me sit down e wo Ghana obi obrochire bia bra obre nyina ni say me sit down e wo Ghana enti odum say baby a or retire or be ba no e ye ni kro enti o sit down the bush of agum o sit down the say ayesa no ma we nyina no what you say ade a every diaspora e ye no na menu aba me pese me take man can me ho be me hene and he said me nua lawyer no also the same or the same no kasa
Chumberima
I don't want to move into politics but education that you making no said to become an MP no it's not an event
okay it's a process it's true
and a process no so I started so no or a requirement from the beginning until them rebi no bibi wo ha you see a void ab initio bibi also a voidable until requirement bi wo ha was satisfied qualification bi was wunya and san what me call university you see ubenya call math ubenya english ubenya some course subjects bi abenya and san na electives so wunya sa de dia obe qualify to go to KNUST NUST and abe call Legon and abe call University of Choice Cape Coast etc qualification what I say I am rather you can any law and it's a qualification requirements no estate what you need to provide and what idea was at that point in time
okay
if at that point in time no
one year
na say later ukofasa had the bar it is void ab initio
okay
and it's a process and MPB also no omo duration no one more time no end 12 o'clock on 6 January
yeah
the 4th year
yeah
and that constitution said there's that overlapping a year
okay
but sir who say they can swear in before the president
yeah
because the president must be sworn
before the speaker
and therefore that parliament must be constituted before the president is sworn in and to be perceiving who say fine you there but it's a process but not an event
okay
and now they have the right to go to court of appeal and the constitution is what and say who person will challenge any parliamentary election bia the first cost of instance no the high court and the high court has the jurisdiction
okay
to adjudicate this matter and within the ruling about and they say if you are aggrieved by this a year the ruling you can't go straight to the Supreme Court but the next court the cap is the court of appeal and abubeko enti obi I agree per the law no I'm speaking the law I'm not doing politics per the law no you have to go to court.
In the case of a sin not MP need and he he aired
yes
at the time I call plenty time and go betimi yes transition no
yes want me anye enti that it's void ab initio
okay
and voidable
okay
I say
maybe you starting and ankasa no na just only case
yes
as a dead on arrival
okay what you say enti media they can go to Supreme Court no one court out to whatever they want to talk to canvas whatever they want to canvas but if they need interpretation there that is when and only when they can go to court Supreme Court
okay
but for the appeal it ends at the court of appeal
okay
and that is the educational me person area for example marriage bi wo ha a void ab initio and they say for example consanguinity and affinity e bia me person we afia pokua me person me worry afia pokua ye me nua ba enti mojamu no me ware na nye ye mra na say mintimi nware afia pokua e mojam na me afia pokua akɔhye Nigeria na makɔ warem that marriage in Ghana no eye void
ab initio
because right from the beginning no enye it's an essential element
okay
and bia akɔra na di mfie 15 okay we minor na ma ware no that marriage is void ab initio
and 18 only 50 only consent and capacity
only capacity at all but it's void ab initio dead on arrival and to the point is say your constitution, you know, among requirements be a was here follow, and LI 127. So, among requirement be a was here follow. Do you qualify? Who satisfy all these requirements? If the answer is yes, the next stage. And it's like a staircase. You move from level 1, level 2, level 3 until at the end of the day, no, you vote 2 more. Say, oh, we're near swell inner. Then you become a full-fledged blown. MP to perform wonders.
Okay. It's not just an argument I know making, which is at the time or no, of filing as a candidate. And so also no at the time of filing the candidature, no MP. Therefore, law no kick it in.
No MP.
Okay.
But now I started the process of becoming an MP because Constitution actually saying what you need to be. And what the documents also all signed mine and also ukuta voters ID. Remember your friend is secondly and also Rollins by also ukuta voters ID, right? And also your Ghanaian. What you are saying, and you don't have to own an allegiance to any other country but Ghana.
Okay.
Now the question is that time are all filing. Yes, no one put the process in.
Okay.
But what exam? Original also my certificate my was my pass it.
Okay.
And I hesitate to get into this
issue
because of its political nature.
Yes.
But what is quite obvious, even at this stage in itself, I believe, I wouldn't say both parties, but all political parties are aware of the situation that you've explained to the extent.
Yes.
As at the time of going to primary school, competitors. The competitors who say, oh, BBC, they are not stopping.
Exactly.
Yes.
So
Rollins, they are cross. They are
aware of that.
And the argument now is rebuttable.
It's rebuttable.
As long as the other can, I was supposed to make up my dream. And when the law no develop, and nothing who say a happy echo and no a happy friend is professor. Sorry, my instances baby bear. So I don't know when now, but the question is say, see, I'm running yes and yet Anna, would it help the country? I'm running yesterday. I said we are stuffed, we are oxygen in a country here now, or the home or the grown up, and my COVID and so oxygen, you're reducing the pipe. Because there's a big volume of Ghanaians, almost young man, they want to help. Now, if you want limited skills and talents are here to only those who are here. Whereas others who are outside there, they are willing and they are able and they want to come and help in the development.
Okay.
I've been to us, and I'm saying, no, you know, Oko said, Obi Oha Okoye, when tell me your school, I can't give me long university. I was the face of the university.
Oh, okay.
A Ghanaian.
Why? Because of diversity. Says the inclusion.
And because there was this competition among schools. Yeah, competition for innovations. Now, me team no, and we won a patent for Ford Motors. And the Ford and my product is in it as a Ghanaian. Omo patent idea na omba be try no. Omo try Chasamo US citizen. And I'm from guys hey, right Chasamo a Ghanaian. What you say? And omo hear me interview me catch omo say I want to go back to my country and help.
Okay. As
at 2002. And this focus of coming back to Ghana, no, a lot of diasporans, it's you know, for time, so to say, be US ADF,
US
African Development Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, AGOA. Alan Chamatino tried to bring Ghana from US to come and help SMEs in this country. All the Ghana almost call Ivy Leagues a move from US. Obia jade yire ne ma ho e paki wo mo e ba Ghana to support SMEs and to reduce poverty in this country. Now obi was sa odo we na say US any Ghana air ball world cup let's say why US citizen, not so say Ghana citizen. Who do you think they will support?
Okay.
They always support Ghana.
Okay. Open mami video obi comment or say, Mr. Baby, o kwana also di kan answer was saying, what's the point of correction? All citizens of Ghana heritage in the British government of Parliament are not dual citizens. They are full-blooded British of Ghanaian heritage. Enti yan kanche o se metabot yan kanche o se nyaboche because they mo kanu enya sa enetie.
Is he telling me say Jima doesn't know that why Ghanaian?
Jima now here America.
Jima is a parliamentarian in the UK. Quatin Jima, Quatin crowd I wouldn't be so. But there are so many of them. Somebody like Jima attended at Chimota school.
Okwa Chimota?
Yes.
Okay. But Mr. Baby, also make a point to be say.
Full-blooded.
Full-blooded.
What does he mean by full-blooded?
Okay.
Rather, look, Jimanya even a mixed race boy. Now, what does he mean by full-blooded?
Okay.
On taking blood out of whatever he wants to say. At least to make
sure. Because all these diasporans want to eat their cake and have it. Also, you see, for as long as you owe allegiance to a state, you are obliged. What
is allegiance where?
Also, you are obliged to legally respond to their call. For instance, in times of war, when all men are being conscripted into the army, if your MP is a dual citizenship holder, he will be obliged by the law to leave baby or one and enlist for that country, holding the allegiance. It is not as simple as almost you are making it. It cannot work. They have to choose between being a citizen of Ghana and the other country. It cannot work. Mr. Abebio.
Sana Obeka said it cannot work. It's working in other countries. Why can it not work here?
Okay.
Yeah, look, we are not going by this simplistic
definition.
Definitions in normal. I can't believe it. Say Obi Betrawa can say it cannot work. Okay. What does he mean by it cannot work?
Cannot work.
I mean, for what reason?
Okay.
Because of the one so they are not married. Come on. Uti ono boundaries is a Ghana you be sorry akwa you need to go for another year and go for.
That's open anything can happen.
Ready. America for that means look, people are taking this thing on a very simplistic. Let me tell you, within Ghana, any Togo, say you Ghana for or you Togolese for or Ghana army when these things will put them under microscope and now who say we say who is questioning whose loyalty and this is people dream. I said we manufacture the problem and then we try to
solve it. Yeah.
I think it's well.
Okay, council. Me person change, but I say Jima na obo ni a full British. Onye okwachi motakro a British. The passport okuta a British.
What does he know for certain? Is he telling me what does he know? What is or British Parliament then Ogo Freji Mamra no misans or a full British.
I say Google it is I say Google know what came up of Philip
of course that's what they will say.
Born 10 August 1976. A British politician.
Yes. What would they have written? Yes. Did they not write American?
Yes.
What did they have written there? Yes. British,
patent.
Okay.
Innovation.
Council, ubetimi ache much loyalty, allegiance, any nationality, and so you be womb.
Okay. I say prof. Friend first no. Or show two types of allegiance.
Yeah. Natural
allegiance and a natural allegiance by Blackstone dictionary. Dictionary lawyers almost will be very voluminous on my definitions of things. Now, natural allegiance no upeu ewo ho. And na first time me try to define it as domicile.
Okay.
Baby a ye wo no ya ye twa wo no fo a wo hye no. O ma meti ho, o papa ti ho, o nuanu nyina ti ho, wo busu panin eti ho. What you say? And to kwa kotena baby, it doesn't matter. To ba kotena Mars, and Venus, and Jupiter crown, you still behave as a Ghanaian. Onantie, o Syria, o Ontari shemu, o Kasayemu, o Nuani diemu, o Dewa Yena no still portray say Ghana. And to call US for example, maybe we find a Cantamanto.
Yeah.
Underneath Jerome, maybe a training fact Cantamanto.
Omo Asafo market, Accra market
Ghana form yesterday is no obi to mankani akoba cow. edi obi to body akofufu to edi
okay
and naturally the person is a Ghanaian
nti otewa de but
okay or American citizen but the person is Ghanaian asem to Ghana was you ready say elections are next results no nyamaya and now who omo how omo free Ghana na kosi say because omo he no mon kuntokwa o because o wayem hihie e ma ba bia ni furu ma den
okay
and the local allegiance in the US or other states of United States or UK. And for that matter, you have to obey the laws of America and also make sure you don't do the wrong things. And also make sure what taking advantage of the benefits now. Or their survival. Okay. What you say? Our constitution is to define who a Ghanaian is. There was a point in time. You know, every Ghanaian be a kuta. Your friend is saying British citizenship and a Ghanaian citizenship.
Time before independence
and 1957 before
republic republic okay
Ghana ni be kuta dual citizen at that time who was going to be the president of this country allegiance was silenced at that time so what you say enunti no mamun transin say ni se baby a wiase aduru no pe who say in the olden days who read the constitutional law it said at that time na say typewriter and the typewriter ni ho. And to your typewriter, you have to think in terms of computer. You have to think in terms of word perfect. You have to think in terms of the felt necessities of times. Sabrina happen. And we are see a change. I will see a 2 and more koya nim. What I say, Ghana, you hear development. You hear say you never come boom as a teamwork. Na you may restrict you. Say where I say muko and chair and who are allegiance say and then and then we are thinking about development. She come with the bar ye. Udim conform mu table chi omu frefie. Udim conform mu ofie so omo ma minimum omo my citizens who outside omo ma minimum yam hihima omo say and am be. Sa ade we dey make us Ghanaians. Mamu ma yam selfish. Mamu ma yam block growth and development. Mamu yam block talents.
But can't say openino Sunday message go no ka say abroche 4% they want to eat their cake and have it. Or say one hour pe and our kwatena abroche. Enti wo ba eni say change na person o say choose back.
This argument is painful. Israel is what it is today because Israel for no to US no citizens. Omo no build Israel no.
Sawa ho.
Yes. China. Or me classmates abro mo call school no me call MBA ho no. Na enipa 40 every China, about 35 from Korea.
Eba America be sua de no masan ko.
Omo ba omo akwa citizenship, the scholarship there ba omo ye adwuma America ho. Akwa knowledge. No, Oma come back to their country to build their nations.
But do they necessarily go into public service? Anna? Because when no opening as a more can is on car say Ghana forward broche betimi aba and come to public service. So the opening baby you say oba so yeah the office of the president or Ghana no.
Yes.
But not necessarily say oba be share public service. And also you service. Must conform to the law. And anything as a law no.
Anything I say law no are restricting no.
Yes.
Law no wa kan Ghana for bi nsa agu omo achi. Law no ama se na siti ya no. Ama emwa bi e wo se yenya no. Akoye bias se ye omo discover dia mo beje. Omo be factories dia mo be adwuma. Na se nipa no onundie wakosua law like Professor Asare. Ya ono kire a lawyer for ade Atlanta, is that Atlanta University?
There be Florida State University.
Florida State University, one of the top-notch universities in the United States, the South. Next, I'll bet me about Brashe Bejamu. I bet boy, my ashe ya mre ye be boy o mine. Yes, because of citizens, you know, sebe. Ya mani maha. You will be or ye scientist. Ya or ye duma or ye fence away. The all Houston, Texas, NASA. Or NASA is a great scientist.
Professor Kote.
Yes,
there's one Professor Kote be on NASA.
Yeah, you hear no baba chemo frab amadie. You hear no baba take abe
so betimi abechira de.
Ni so baba ye niema. O baba boa yen scientifically adwene and de ka ho no. You see because okuta citizens too ntino. Ye mane ma. Adenti na ye nia ya fatuo na ye de ahye yasum na ye to boy asum na ye to boy nine. Enti mamu ma ye look at this discussion you know in a simplistic prism, simplistic way. But rather yen tenase SNA consultative assembly.
Yeah.
Na yen nin komo na de be boa on mine no me de hear me is about development yo the hear me is about say Ghana ye be duru simple bi so a ye be di ye ho a ye depend so much on others na ye be use ye nia ye ma ye be use ye nia ye crofo a omo tu kwan a omo ko suanguma even though they are dual citizens no but omo koma e wo krom ha no we should allow them, we should amend the law because the mischief in this law is too much.
Okay.
She papa here kwesi ni ya you nefu we ebia this man is talented you ebia this man omunia oyo but because of the law now he's out. Now the cost involved in doing a rerun
election
election also no and also is there
Somalia
Omanica Somalia Bible is no more Somalia Bible is no more and anybody be victims to this anybody be Ghana have minimum more dual citizens these people are astute willing to help but they are limited.
Okay.
Why the limitation?
Okay.
Let me quickly ask you a question. And I say for the purposes of broadening this whole thing.
Yes.
Let me tell you. Nipa bena se ubeka se oye more civil servant than your traditional rulers. Yeah? Your traditional rulers, Ebasi ye chusu obi amana bez do we consider Bibi to say wakota America, waji American citizens?
Sabroche for credit idea pa. Where this year be manedi.
So what you say? Now we say be fear dance away wa what? Now be pa ho say ni your person. If fear dance away wa what no more. Say to me can say traditional top leaders. Top
so
leaders.
So otumfo akonwa yi. Obi we America di otumfo so atena London na minim so all citizenship.
We dey say
whatever
we know say it doesn't in any way stop Obi so what citizenship from anywhere so Obabe occupy any of our top stools in the country.
Yes. I mean the pastor majority to us Obi qualifies a dual citizen qualifies to be a chief or a king in this country, but a dual citizen ultimately president, ultimately hold the public representation. Double standards, And all this you now about two our tradition. Our tradition. Na se me obi ye dual not to be free US, to be free Germany, to be free yi eba me esti me sino hene ema enkoso eba.
Adena went to me
Parliament.
Council Mesamo abo countries now who dual citizenship crowd but me abedi president we hold the public office number me bio. Mr. Baby Mesamba oba me ko yera Kobna Atabedu your management consultant na o ka so ne monya adwen say o say nationality, loyalty, allegiance, ye fa emotions nye. Na as a mo ya emotional instead of your best law no say law no mum and I say the case open good evening bio.
Respect what the law says right now.
Abani Atabedu, good evening. Abani, good evening. Na me busa o point this. I say a broche phone to me iti omu to me new omu pan no omu kro yansa me ka se pan no he. Enti echechemu.
Okay, good. Mama starting FIFA for the chieftaincy no. Because that is even cultural. In our cultural eligibility for chieftaincy, it is not even by law. It is by lineage. Anything you say konya wo fear and anything you fear the bit in the first place. You must belong to the royal family. You must belong to a certain lineage to be eligible. Now, even a konya ye konya. Obi a yesi ni nkoswo ni bit na Chinese ye de be nkoswo ni that is development chief. But yet, a paramount chief. He must belong to the royal family to sit on the paramount chieftaincy. So I know beyond a bit him. So let's not throw that in the eyes of people. That's the first point. Now let's come to the law. We are talking about Jima. Jima is born British, of Ghanaian parentage. He came to Ghana to school in Ghana, but he went back. He is British. Full of Ghanaian parentage, but he is British. He's not a dual citizen. He's British. So let's not deceive anybody. Now let's come to the issue of law. Now, I want to create a scenario for you to imagine. Imagine that you are an MP and you are the chairman of the Security and Intelligence Committee. you are receiving briefing on security threats every week, and you are a dual citizen, and Pentagon calls you that come home, we need to interrogate you. When you have all the national security briefings of this country, would you respond or you won't respond? And if you go and they ask you a question, will you respond or you won't respond?
But how do you respond to the Leicester Council, the Maya, watch Germany, other countries, even Senegal, here, we are dual citizen.
Boris Johnson was born to British parents. Because he was born in America, he had American citizenship. But he renounced it, and he renounced it in 2015. It went through in 2016.
But you 2015, no house or no secretary, foreign secretary, and that's on your foreign secretary.
No, yes.
Or the dual citizenship, no, secretary for a foreign secretary, me boy.
Yes.
So the argument almost making it say society and not a whole country as Britain. More major security challenges. Ghana there. Security initiative. Papa biasa. More dealing with allied forces. So to me obi okuta citizenship, dual citizenship. Foreign secretary. Then Ghana wa ye DC and to me obi any citizen of another country. On to me ambassador. On to me a party chairman. On to me a constituency chairman. On to me MP. No.
That is entirely left to Britain. But we haven't had an instance where America will do that. America won't do that.
But they've given an example saying Netanyahu or a US citizen. But or Israel Prime Minister.
For example, I've just proved to you that it is not entirely the case. So if we take Netanyahu right now, we might find out that it is not entirely the case. The point is that at any point in time, you must be a national of one country to hold an elected office.
Yeah, but a national of one country, no. Na passport ukuta. So obi kuta America passport, Canada passport, UK passport. Na so ni fruma ya wone Ghana. Ye twa ni fruma ha na hye. Oba yi a oba Ghana. Oti America na UK odi fufuo. Dabi openi make argument say domicile. Se lawyer focus a domicile, I just say nipa no baby ono identify ne ho.
Domicile is another word for ordinarily resident.
No.
Another word for ordinarily resident.
But there are cases where the courts have identified, as explained, domicile not as me case be yes you are school obi ne yire akoware. Omu nyina ye omu ye Ghana for but omu ti America and omu ware. Omu ye aware no omu ye no America what say Ghana fie aware. Amamre kwan so fie de no omu ye. Ana omu pese omu gu aware no. Enti aware ja ho asem bi ba court no ka say omu ye domiciled in Ghana although omu ti America o. So the issue was not about ordinary resident keke. But although no American, the court said omu domicile is in Ghana.
So do our current legal regime recognize domiciliation?
Yes, but it defines it beyond being ordinary resident. Okay.
Exactly. So then the argument will not hold.
There be a argument no hold because the court defines domicile beyond just being an ordinary resident. The court will look at it to me the obi lifestyle. Said ono aye ne ho oye ne ho niema ne ade nyina odi ni nyina aye adanse say the person based on nipa na bra abone ade nyina or domicile here ese Nigeria form cotton America be chef fugu ayi Obasanjo oti akonya so ya wan she court krada nti oni person so okotra America cry 100 years I know he's domiciled in America because the lifestyle ni bibia aduane odi ne ye ni di ni bibia ya Nigerian.
I completely, this is very arguable. I completely disagree.
Okay.
It's very arguable.
Okay. Okay, Penny, cause the real point, no.
Then, okay, with our question, Bacho.
Because you were making an argument about Ghana for no more broche, they can't just be allowed to just come here and as a homo baby or mabefa public office or mabefa without going under the law because law no na person as a son.
Okay, so no, my concern was that in trying to justify why the law should change, the argument that is being put across is not a legal one, but an emotional one which is trying to take up appeal or sentiment for support for it. It is not the case, because that is not the position of law. When it comes to citizenship, it's a matter of law. It's a matter of law.
Okay. And you open where your point in me, boy. Okay. And even the advocacy say and law now of Sasai Moya, who disagree?
I disagree.
Okay. And the law no stay said the
you want to be a national officer, you want to be an elected officer, give up your allegiance somewhere else and come and take up this one.
And as long as you are concerned, allegiance in your passport, that's what you say.
You see, it is your citizenship that entitles you to get the passport.
Okay.
It is the passport is just one of benefits you get as a citizen of this country.
Okay. Yo, mama no ask your penny. Era atabeduni and na twetwe nkomo no so ono mo nya adwen completely about that issue na mo raising. Mr. Baby, me wan answer na mako council honum. What do you think about on the side? I say what citizenship na ma onya passport. Nti ono nya passport asem na oka. But he's saying that to me tell the Bible can obey you obey share. And to me me Ghana ni nsan kodi oni o ma afoforo nkodi agro.
And then he goes on to say legal position no and it say but the reasons in normal person they man any legal that's contradictory. I can't understand even what he's trying to say. Because in the first place nobody is sitting here doubting say now this is the position of the law. We agree that this is the position of the law. And we are saying that this position of the law is what we want to canvass support to change it. The way it lies in is legal, by heart.
He's speaking non-law.
I don't think of ono kase mu ye emotional no.
The emotional side of it now all can. Rather more,
of a passion,
reflecting of what he is saying. The emotions about say homophobia, eating their cake, they want to have it. What more emotional? What can be more than that?
Council.
Yes. Oh, say Papa no kasai.
No, enya Papa na enim no.
Akofa Webster dictionary. Ena domicile na dwen say permanent abode. Efia utimu, this is my domicile. But embremu no, you can't domicile. We are talking about your personal law.
Personal law.
What you say? Say me ya akan ni am ya santini no. Say mpo say me wu nessa manya world nessa bia your intercession law kwa
ye be see wa kan fo amamre asante fo amamre
which I cannot which is independent from my nationality.
Into tenkran kra ye be see wa according to asante fo law no because that your personal law. Mate.
And I say me worry say obi o free sremu a
and abrochira
personal law no e ba apply say nipa no bi o fa abrochira me wa ne personal law ba apply why a nipa no personal law ye nim na me so personal law ye nim no. Then you better apply Ghana
law.
What you say? And the domicile now, he's not a lawyer. Akoshe your friends a dictionary be and ordinary translation of domicile. But domicile in legal terms, different. The law is beautiful, my brother. Take your time to study the law. We are educating the public. Now, as someone here can say, Emrado baby we are see duru. Ese we ase dane ne ho a na won so aye den what dane ne ho na obe dane ho so a o dane ho for progress o dane ho for growth o dane ho se ne be ya ba bi we ase ko nyina no nso so obe face ba bi a we ase ko no otherwise why are we trying to send kola no omunsua step science, technology, engineering and mathematics identity in kola nsuya because that is where the world is going. Argentina, you're investing in digitalization. What you say? Yeah, yes, because that's where the world is going. Argentina, say no, you're saying kola obianye TVET. Why? Because that's where the world is going. The world is about innovations. Society, culture is dynamic. Culture ain't static. The law should not be static. Now no ya hu se bebe ya dru no emra no eye dienya. And nuntinu lawyers any wiase and because wiase make Ghana for nyina ye trans ne pense mu ne hu the mischief hawa sa emrei ediaba the cost involved any the pain and anguish ya Ghana for FM
okay
yenhwe wie no na yensiesie ni say ene ye kɔ yanim no ekwan be na be fa so a sa ohaw yi ebe free ho. That is why ye call for amendment. Now what you have to also note no say unse Asari versus AG. Asari versus AG no that a ban judgment no okansem bi wom. Was it say a ba bill ni sa no man we ya no a enye court ene mra.
Okay.
Enye court na mra. Enti now no amendment no court cannot do the amendment.
Okay.
But rather no parliament.
Okay.
Omo responsibility.
So omo be amendment.
Quoted it. And so omo be
enti dia me sa baby onu mu ye ebe ende apo parliament omo ye nsakraye.
Yes, enko court.
Okay.
Court do be my interpretation.
Okay.
Interpretation of the man say you're inconsistent with the constitutional. And they say no. And I say court no obi judicial body bi ado obi akoye e fe ni say judgment bi na one follow procedure. Ebi is against natural justice. If the municipal principle one follow procedure impropriety, illegality, then they will quash that judgment. But when it comes to amendment of the law, the forte of parliament. And so there's another case, or say the court will not behave like an octopus, whereby or best stretching the tentacles
to areas any business
to go and interfere with the process of parliament.
Indeed, this one is likely say a court of appeal now.
Someone will call for interpretation, but if there's going to be any amendment,
parliament,
the duty and responsibility and the onus is on parliament.
Okay.
And nothing that almost advancing a lot of argument and justification. Actually, say there is a need to amend the law.
Okay.
And these are the benefits to the country.
Okay.
If you are able to do the cost-benefit analysis, say it will benefit the country there, then parliament in its wisdom will amend.
Okay. Mr. Baby also Mr. Baby so you kwani.
Baby me Asantini.
Oh yeah, Asantini. Me kaso kokwa uni ntimi bia ho na free. Muko e program ho kwa. Afena ukodi wista okwa na.
Debi koye diaspora engagement policy.
Oh okay.
It's not just me nkwana.
Oh okay.
Other stakeholders in the diaspora community.
Okay. Han na mpesa uchire man na ye pon yi. Ma me say process sa diaspora akosi sen.
Okay. Say can specific one like
amendment here amu ye.
Oh, amendment in there say appeal na go through members
private members bill no. Okay.
Parliament na handles.
Okay.
The do point now. We as stakeholders, we need to come together and lobby the, like he's saying, it's parliament that is going to determine. You really make sure say you have them on your side.
Okay.
The cases. Argue your case to get people to
buy into
the
parliament select committee na mu ko shia wo no.
Oh debi I know you're different. I know you're diaspora engagement policy.
No mo ko ye den. No diaspora engagement policy no.
As a country so we have to have a policy in place that will guide us in all the engagement of the diaspora in order to harness that potential. In order to make sure that we have in place what the things that we can do to extend their rights and privileges, and then equally put obligations and things like that on them. So all these things are enshrined in a policy. Policy, there are guidelines for strategy, for undertaking some strategic events, things that you do to do this kind of harvesting of the potential.
But I can see a way change some day abroche for him the any more resources ni bi beba Ghana.
Oh yes.
Okay. Okay.
So to me I'm making sure that engagement for the purposes of making sure that you keep them as Ghanaians.
Okay.
So
no omo yira kwan.
Exactly. Even our festivals some of the things that we do, it goes a long way. Year of return, a clear example.
Say year of return is sikase na munya no.
Oh, say another Sikano na make us say 1.9 billion.
1.9 billion.
But over this weekend, I was in Cape Coast, incidentally, and I was amazed when one of the guys now Motunto artifact, or he didn't know me for a start, and he came to me and we were talking. Okay, I said, "Share year of return, dear."
Sika omunyaye.
Sika omunyaye no dear. Omunya bisada.
I see.
And the steady stream of people who were coming and buying all sorts of things. You know, they have never experienced that thing before. And so, you know, that was a clear manifestation of how people on the street, people at the, you know, various levels of the society, you know, had, you know, really benefited. And that is just one aspect of what we can do. You know, there are other mobilization, there are other things that can take place. We have to think about all these things. You know, mobilizing by, say, Finance Minister Rebecca Siebenya accounts, be a friend Sankofa account, among Grofwetimi, Nina a part of it. And then on the sports side, you know, I tell you, the number of initiatives that are in the pipeline, how sports, you know, in sporting in Ghana can open up. There's a potential, say, USA, you know, US, you know, friends.
The gymnastics, skating, you know,
basketball, so I'm the baby, I say,
any NFL, no, Cassiano friends, Super Bowl, near the end.
All these things are in the pipeline. Among four are considering all sorts of things.
Okay.
The Minister for Sports is excited about some of the initiatives. He's already told me we have to work together on this kind of thing to make sure that we can get something coming. Just like we have worked with the Ministry of Tourism to get this whole year of return, you know, going. You know, there are so many other things that the various diaspora-related organizations, you know, can work together. Like, you know, what we have recently done with the investment GIPC in this last investment forum, making sure that, look, people do not know. Recently, about 2 years ago, now a series USA started with Ghana Tech. Ghana Tech, you know.
Yeah, Ghana Tech, yeah.
Yeah, Ghana Tech. It was one guy from the US who is called Einstein, and another guy from UK coming to meet during the first homecoming 2017 and teaming up. And since then, they've got on their list, you know, almost all the Silicon Valley companies, you know, supporting them and coming to Ghana, and the various, you know, incubating, looking at the options of, you know, encouraging these sort of things. So the potential there is immense. Apart from Sikasem, it is that network, you know, that we potentially can. Now say we say this potential is all available. That's the what you say eating your cake and have it back. Now will be emotional about it. Seriously, I have a problem with that.
You know, the way I kasa wenu is our passion for Ghana.
Yeah.
What I say also okay year of return. You remind me of a movie in your friend Friday. Omo Friday movie we almost a man for pay. And the sequel was next Friday.
Okay.
Omo next Friday we na man for pepper. So the sequel was Friday next.
Okay.
And the year of return must be repeated.
Okay.
I was here pay ways and
there was an agenda a year after return.
Yes. Oh no. We already have something in place. That's beyond the return.
Beyond the return.
That is a 10-year program campaign.
Oh, okay. Beyond the return. Okay.
The steering committee, you know, previously when it was a home year of return, so I was the chairperson of the year. Yes. Now it has been revamped. We have made sure that the top executive of the echelons of government is now in charge. The finance minister and the minister for tourism are now the steering. So now it's even gotten into the stage. I feel they want better and more resource participation. So that is where we are going. Yes. The next 10 years, this year of return. COVID has come to throw a spanner in our woodworks. Man, no maybe a Danny. But yeah, walk say a bit me a Danny Norman Angie and
interestingly, interestingly, you know. I said the year of return here in is about selling the brand of Ghana outside. Selling the into almost top Ghana and Tare de call. Almost Ghana Duanidi. Be experience your hospitality and to omunya Stevie Harvey came to Ghana.
Stevie Harvey by Ghana.
Or called the agents.
Beyonce mami na mi hu no ba me hu Stevie Harvey
was here.
Owura the agents na opue no. Asemo kind say on feeling so emotional to say eda no about.
Elmina or dungeons o mo de ne ko.
And asemo kind say this is where I will dwell.
I see.
This is where I will dwell. I don't mean opera no ho pe. Oh, say Obama. Akwano man when me ka say domicile in Africa. Obama the president the first place of
Ghana,
Ghana, the closest country to the center of the earth.
and Ghana besin ko Cape Coast nso
ko Cape Coast ohun de me cho na se no enu nti ni mama yen tra hon ka se emotion mama yen tra ka se yakodi pano bi na yen sa pese yes anfa mama yen tra hon ka se cake na yen tra hon ka yen more proactive yen hwe the future yen hwe Ghana yen ma ya wo mokroma omo ba no edie be na ye putu ni in place na be ya enu be ba omo so free enkwa brochire but Ghana all the infrastructure the here bia no be ba ha we would brand Ghana properly ye be ma Ghana is so attractive for foreign direct investment and the diasporans they we are here
before council mama list ni bi countries na dual citizens it me hold the public office me very interested listening
countries now say e be kan say na e kan Bible yeah, ultimately hold dual citizen ewu enna me be bodin Niedi Kano also in Africa there is evidence to the effect that the presidents of Senegal and Somalia are dual citizens. Moreover, research shows that dual citizens can be president in Germany, France. I'm waiting for you.
France.
Azerbaijan.
Yes.
He's right.
Great Britain.
Armenia.
Yes. Austria. And Israel. And now you know Ghana Hana. I say we want to be like UK. We want to be like Israel. We want to be like Germany. These are best practices. When pa da obi be ne ba kokoko German wo ha any German kokoko any Ghana ba ko Israel omukun tokwade de ka ho but dual citizens no ya mom the opportunity to lend their wisdom, their talent, their skills and knowledge and your wealth you can say wealth the brain we are say maybe we are say do you know what people ask for? What is your brain share? Not market share. Or brain share or contribution to knowledge or brain share. Canada who we school utranye ye who we PhD utranye ye no omo your citizen ewo ho Canada who we school ye more citizenship because omo hu say nimdie na wonya no obetumi dia boa
ade akokro mu ntia ne
yes obetumi dia boa man no adentina diaspora ho ye be the yes I'm very passionate what I say I'm not using emotion but I'm very passionate when it comes to issues of Ghana and the diasporans and what they can do and no more contributions. Anyhow, what's here more kwine. Anyhow, I didn't know obi wu abrochira. Near that to KLM, near that baguna babesino. Yet not baguna babesino.
Mammy be am boni di mase hima France. Ghana for no omo hima or myself.
Yes.
To Ghana ni be boni crat or bepen crat am ade ayeduma. Obechira ombemo mo machira kasa no ne ade said about French kasa no be hu. Omusie nko ana o mabesien weekend ya. Muguso and Ebusian for na French for ne ade a oma begu ombe na ye but ono akra trot what owu a omfanemra di fie.
Let me tell you a very funny story. My boss wuye. My boss he was the vice president of marketing for PPG Industries. And I was down for partner owuye. Owuye no na me kwa ye no. And me fra company. Na me share chow. Me do have me cut anymore pa me omo no me go home say hey have you seen Charles today? A man for say no. Almost say he is wearing a blanket. He's wearing a blanket. Charles is wearing a blanket because my frack company was brutal. So wearing a blanket, and he gave me the opportunity. Say, Mr. Beckham, be a Ghana ni nantuma we ufra. Next say we near break. This is our culture. For me, Johnson, oh Shakespeare time. So what you say? And you know, oh you Ghana ni, oh you Ghana ni. Was it rose by any other name? Was smell as rose.
And I think,
that's Mr. Baby, final comment here.
Final comment, and then say, no, your dream say, Nkofo at Ghana, and no more quatrain brochure, and I feel the Omania citizenship. And I was our bahasi no more dual, Ninty, you feel say, you say, almost your emotion, and I say, almost a year about one more requirement now.
Any what we are deriving from them right now and Faswani normal omunsu timi contribute towards this country right now no udwene hu say ye ma ni ye nana no ma ye ja omo honom omunsu boy a bigger potential than even us what we could be denying them going forward in the long term now the future now. Now that should be a better idea.
Okay.
Because that should be some of these kids are going to come back here with all the things that we require as a nation, and we are going to tell them, say, Omo have eaten their cake.
And they want to have it. Yo, but for me, I say you may say my adum na mabe cheche law ni mu any amendment ni and sakraye here say ye said about my Ghana ebe free and to mapa efra. Awo ba no mu disika begu Ghana year of return say ye ni ani ebo say na Ghana na feed no mo baby edu na mo baby ekọ afede omo so mpese omo di bia ye say there be na president nakasa his excellency Nana Danko Akufo-Addo in his wisdom and what the office of diaspora affairs. And on one side charging offices apart from some members Ikefia Broche, if you anum Ghana for Abano. Woman Tiabeje Kuo, now on to Jenny, now Omunyan Sakraya, warm renim, brown the amendments, and why didn't Chabako to Parliament? President, you, Satam Nam is a question as Emi Mayo, President, His Excellency. A MPP full soldiers now more de Nunia de Muntiase, even the President, as of 2017 or better now Konyaso sworn in. On what the office of diaspora affairs ade assure mo say omonhwe ne nya sakra na Ghana for wa broche omfo munim de ene omonyansa emeboa Mr. Question de na court of appeal omuduru hon mo mbeka wan masem o de afa hom court de oduru hon ma na abehu argument ase de law that why ache ne che say at the time I file na onim say law ne say ya ene na so do ho kwhye law na so wa anya na che say boapayo na ye hwan te honde ebeye asemba Ghana for isika ene ho be che abusia for jaso dwumedie ene de ebra mu yera akosi ewua abebio ene director diaspora affairs office of the president ene yera Charles Amodate enso your private legal practitioner ene lawyer ebako atwetwe nkomo ewo ahoma no so twumberema yeda mu nyina amasese omo ne yen bon komo ye ne ache saa nimde we free a wo manye ye from evim lady afia POKUAA aseda kese enkoma nuanom o muta mechi edi medie nyabo fema bankro atwa etum social media na Mr. Hansen so sound no enhu engineering nyina edi ma DJ Fletch eba beto aso se man se boy abrantie we bedi 60 na se osuabro ba otim looking 16 ba oba we di 20 years una show respect, don't judge a book by the size. And yes sir, mama na ne baby a obuchira ne nananom. Oh yes, if you tinting your mother, it no be your size. Or can wa catch ne nananom. Wey nana yaw. If you tinting your grandmother, no be your size. DJ Fletcher and we try to put saying when ya cry, but e say don't get your size. And we kutenti no. De bia hu na obeka so ya kra gent sa eso na onyinko na wo won so eko ebutia jaso media Mr. Fan chem say na mentumi read mu messages ye beto aso yakopon ya adoma dachi bia e de mase e ma mu nyina mo ene etie
o ma panyin we de me tu we ni me fi me ho